announcement. Thank you all for coming to church to worship despite this cold weather. Nowadays, we have to come to church a lot earlier to worship, so it's not easy to worship nowadays. I know we are very exhausted and tired, but I really thank you for keeping your position of worship despite many ill circumstances. I know you have a lot of concerns about church matters, but I'm actually here today to tell you some good news. You're just happy that I mentioned good news, right? Last year in 2022, March 22nd, is Guro Police Station gave us a questionnaire. The $14 million has it been this is a time when the $14 million investigation began. Now, the breakaway side sued the founding pastor's family few months later with the purpose to draw people's attention away from that police investigation on Philip Lee's $14 million case. This was a counter action. This is a case about a embezzlement of money from Reverend Park's residence safe, and the result was released today by Southern Regional Police Agency. The result is no charges, and the reason is insufficient evidence. So this is actually the message that I have received today from the police station today. For this case, the initial result had already been previously decided as no charges last time, but the breakaway side filed an objection to that result. And today, the final result was released, so there's no longer any room for further dispute. I give all the glory to our Father God. I think we need to understand what this incident really means. The outcome of this case is very important for the breakaway side. As you remember, last year from January, they had Saturday gatherings, right? The breakaway side had this Saturday meetings in January last year. And at their gathering, the most important issue was this issue of this false accusation that Reverend Park's sons took the money from the safe. This was the most important topic of this Saturday gatherings. And they not only manipulated it with false evidences, but also expanded it as a driving force to lead the breakaway group. What's really important is that because of their false information, this false claim led many people on the breakaway side to be tested by this. And there are a lot of people who think that the Reverend Park's families have stolen the money that they have given offering. So we have in the beginning of all of this, when our group met with another group at a funeral service, they just randomly said that, hey, we will cancel our lawsuit against the safe in Reverend Park's residence. So why don't you cancel your lawsuit against the Philip Lee's case of $14 million embezzlement? So that alone testifies that they're using this false claim to draw people's attention away from Philippi's $14 million case, which deserves a police investigation. But they were doing this. They're false framing people just so that people can lose their interest on 14 million. The breakaway side sued 4 people, 2 elders, Deaconess Lee Jae-sun from the accounting office, and me. So I checked today and I heard that the second elder also received the notification from the police station today.
다시 한번 알고 가야 될 필요가 있습니다. 몇 차례 말씀을 드렸지만은 2014년도 12월 17일
I think there are a few points that we need to reiterate right now. After our founding pastor went to heaven in 2014, December 17th, after the homegoing service, the 2 elders representing the family of Reverend Park began to organize our founding pastor's belongings. We have to know that what was in the Reverend Park's residence, it doesn't belong to church. It is his. It's Reverend Park's belongings, and therefore only his children have the authority to take care of all of his belongings, right? And so in this process of taking care of all Reverend Park's belongings, the safe was part of it. And this was possible because our founding pastor informed his second son of the number to the safe in advance, right? So after organizing the belongings, the family had a meeting and concluded that although the amount, these were the offering that was a love offering given to Reverend Park, but they said this is same as an offering to a church, so we will donate it back to church. And so they wanted to kind of keep it a low profile, so they broke it down to a small lump sum amount and gave offering to church in a small amounts. But by April, they were able to pay it all back to church. And so this was actually found out, and then the financial office kind of saw something was happening, and so it was informed, and this matter became known officially on February 15th. A church meeting was held already to report the good deeds of the senior pastor's family donation, and all the church members applauded and expressed their gratitude. This was already done back then. The people knew about this, and the church accepted it. However, the leaders of the breakaway side took advantage of this incident to distort and manipulate the facts, and they've inflated the amount, like from 70 billion to 7 million to 10 million and to $100 million. They don't know about money. That's why they keep inflating and such an irrational amount. Long time ago, when an elder made really a big offering from a big conglomerate, and so Reverend Park said he trying to pick up that the briefcase. It has lots of the money in it. It was really, really, really heavy.
별의별 얘기를 그 본부에서 있었던 그러한 사람들이 별의별 얘기를 다 해서 그 금고에 있는 돈은 교회 돈이다.
And just the amount of distorted fabrication of the truth was so terrible that this case was framing even Reverend Evan Park as somebody who embezzled the church money. And so what's important is that the final result has now been that there are no charges due to insufficient evidence, and there is no further change in the result. I really just hope that our believers on the breakaway side who have been deceived by these lies will come to realizing the truth and turn around and come back to us. The church is currently in the midst of many legal disputes. The results will be available in the coming days. But what's clear is that the truth and fair ruling based on the facts will be made, and the order and the authority in the church will be restored.
지난 12월 17일이 승리연합 10주년인데
December 17th was the 10th anniversary of the Victory Day, and I believe this is a very first gift from God. And I pray that God will render His justice, that everything will be normalized soon as we're coming to an end of year 2023. We're coming close to the new year down 2024. And as we were discussing this precept of faith for next year, we realize our foundation of faith, that is where we lack. Even though we have believed for 30 or 40 years, people are giving their ears to many false rumors, falsified facts. I pray that we can again rebuild the foundation of faith and the truth. The moment we are worshiping right now, the breakaway side people are out there and the harsh cold weather protesting. So the worship and protesting are taking place simultaneously, and we just have to know how blessed it is to be able to worship. We feel very, very bad and sorry for the people outside, especially the elderlies who might not fully know what they are getting involved in. But I pray that next year is a very important year, that we must rebuild the foundation of our faith so we can stand firm before the Lord. Let us believe that Father God will render His justice as gift of the victory year. And I pray that we are able to do our best effort in everything to have a fresh start for a new year. Thank you so much.